Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dychronic. You're here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be talking about the weekly reset for Destiny 2 on June 9th, 2020. Today is the release of Season 11 in Destiny 2. Obviously, a very special day. A lot of things to cover. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First and foremost, they had a very big reveal stream of not only this season, which is actually a very small part of that, but they also had a big reveal of the next DLC that's coming in September, and they announced the future DLC a year from then and the year after that. So we have a lot of content drop. So go check that out right now so you can get caught up with the stuff going on. Outside of that, when you first join in Destiny 2 after you get that update, you're going to be sent to well, first of all, you're going to see a couple different cutscenes. You get to see the fact that without revealing too many spoilers, that something is going on that's very, very bad. And then you get sent to a mission, which you have to complete a few things. There's Eris Morn, and eventually you get sent back to the tower, which is where we're here now. And we get to show you the intro of the tower and all the weekly reset. Right, so when you get to the tower, you're going to have a set of different objectives. First of all, you have a new mnemonic engram for Eververse, which we can just go straight to the store here, and then we also have to go see the Drifter. Oh, thank God, I didn't want to go see Tess. All right, we got to open it. All right, so we got to open it. Nothing else important came out of it, although I'm looking at this and it looks really nice. Oh, this is a new ship. Wow, look at that. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and talk to the Drifter first. We'll get back around to Eververse later. Just wanted to open that engram. It still does not offer you stuff from this season. Excuse me. How long has that been there? Has this been here the whole time, or is this new? What is this? Oh my god. Oh, okay. No, it is new. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me go talk to this guy. Big Boss Blue, the BBB, the 3B. Right, so the first thing you need to do in the season after, obviously, that first mission is go to the Drifter. He'll give you, I believe this is the artifact, right? So yeah, that's the artifact, so you can then earn levels for the artifact. It is very important that you get this as soon as possible, because any experience you get will go into that artifact, so you want to go ahead and do that. Obviously, after that, the first contact mission there is going to be, or yeah, second contact, is going to be on Io. So something I noticed here in the Drifter after he finally stopped talking is that the Bad Omen is labeled with the Season of Arrivals label here in the top left, and if you go and inspect it, it does have a much farther sunsetting than the other weapons. So you can see this says 1360 as the sunset. This is the maximum that it can be infused to. Something like this from Forsaken maxes out at 1060, which is going to be the floor for all of the sunsetting right now. And I have gone through all of the weapons in my inventory, including all the weapons that are really old, like Ikelos, and all of them are 1060, including the year 1 weapons, which are 1060. Obviously, this is Season of Dawn, so it's 1260. From what I can tell, every single season will have 50 more power than the previous season. So you have to get that amount of power, and of course that amount of sunsetting. And I guess they're going to be selecting a very specific set of weapons, like the Bad Omens, that will continue on and be able to sunset much later. So that's something important to know, on top of the fact that he does have the new stuff for the new shaders and the new whatever thing. You know what I'm saying? Like every single one of these 3 main guys have new stuff to go get. Now, can we talk about this thing? What the hell is this, like an obelisk? What is this? What, the prismatic recaster? Is this old? Is this new? This looks new. I mean, these two are very new. What? So something that I have noticed is this trace override, and it allows you to pick a primary stat of an armor from an Umbral engram. And if you don't know, let me just show you real quick. An Umbral engram is a very specific engram they mentioned a few times. Where you get to very specifically select what kind of gear that you get. They initially said it was going to be, there's a giant world drop pool. If you want to get specifically dire promises dropping, you can force it to be a dire promise. And it seems like this thing here is a variation of that for the armors, where you get to pick the primary stat on that armor. So if you want an armor piece with a lot of recovery, you can very specifically force an Umbral engram to go that direction, which is very nice, especially considering that they're sunsetting armors, which is very annoying. So you will no longer have to grind a ridiculous amount just to get exactly what you want, just to have it fade away. Anyways, this is just a very quick preview. I don't want to go deep into it because I don't know. I'm going to burn my fingers. I have no idea what's going on with that. Alright, so something I've noticed on the directors, firstly I just wanted to mention the next part of the quest is going to be, yeah, it's going to be on Isle. I'm not going to do that for this video. Only 800 recommended power. Just wanted to mention that is the next path for it. And I also noticed this, Destiny 2 Beyond Light, it's just going to be an advertisement for the next DLC, going to be happening in September. Which I gotta say, I really like the way that this looks. Hopefully this is an exotic armor. Something I wanted to do just real quick before I get into the regular weekly reset, because it is a reset for the new season, is take a look at all of the different vendors that may have changed. For example, you have the new set of bounties for the shaders and the emblems from Zavala. I showed the one previously from the Drifter. Just wanted to show you the new things that are. And this way you don't have to go around yourself and go look at each and every one of them. You can just go to the ones that have something. And I've got to say, this particular shader is looking very, very good. It does have a lot of red and it has a lot of black. And on the Titans, obviously they color a little differently. Let me just mention red, black, black, black. This is looking like one of my favorite Crucible shaders to date. Look at the gun. It's like the Crimson Legion gun. This is... I can't wait to see this on other characters, but that looks dope as hell. And again, the way you get this is from that quest that I just picked up. My god. The Crimson Legion will rise again. Do you have anything for me? Alright, well, the gunsmith does not have anything. Okay, alright. Hey. Oh, dude, that was a 1013. What? What? That was a 1013. Okay. Apparently saving prime engrams from last season actually count. Also, what is this? Special offers. I noticed he has 4 different pages. Whoa. Okay, so there's a lot more pages in the Cryptarch I did not expect. Apparently this is a special offer. I noticed that this has a symbol of last season. Did I just miss this shell from last season and didn't pick it up for something? Also, on top of that, he seems to also be selling a number of previous seasonal stuff. So if you did not know, these 2 weapons are going to be season pass items from previous season. This one specifically is very, very important, especially it's an exotic. Does not sunset. Very important. On top of that, there's a few exotic quests that are no longer available that people would want. I assume that the Cryptarch now has the ability to give you these things for exotic ciphers. You can see there, I did see an exotic cipher on the season pass. I assume once you get it from the season pass, there's a couple locations you can get them from, and you can get them directly from him if you missed out. Outside of that, he seems to be pretty much the same. Wow, I did not expect him to have anything different. I don't want to go walk over to Amanda. I just don't want to do it. I'm not gonna do it. Anyways, moving on with the regular weekly reset, starting up with the Nightfalls. Let's go and talk about the ordeal. This week, it will be the Corrupted. The Corrupted is going to be the Forsaken mission with the Tech Witch at the end. She drops the Horror's Least pulse rifle, and she has a lot of points in this one. So to get to 100k, my assumption is that you're only going to need Legend. You might even be able to do it on Hero. This is definitely a high-scoring Nightfall. Keep in mind, though, that we do not have much power since our artifact ran out, and there's like 50 more power levels to go. Moving on to the regular Nightfalls. By the way, they have changed the tooltips here, making it a little bit more transparent on what's going on with each one and on the challenge card, which I do actually like. For the first one, we have Lake of Shadows. It's going to be the Taken Phalanx at the end, dropping the Malicious Birthright grenade launcher. Exodus Crash, the Invisible Vandal at the end, dropping that, man, I never remember the name of the sparrow. The Exotic Sparrow? Impact Velocity. There we go. I actually remembered it. Holy crap. I don't know why I never remember it. And then finally, we have the Festering Core. Came out with Shadowkeep. That's going to be the Taken Flamer at the end. And he does not have a Nightfall unique. The heroic modifier for this week will be Solar Singe. As for Crucible, this week we will have Clash, which is just TDM, and the other one will be Showdown. As for Reckoning, this week it will be the Swords. If you want anything from the Swords list, make sure to go get it this week. As a personal note, they are going to be sunsetting a lot of the stuff from the Reckoning, including Spare Rationing at 1060, so yeah, I think 1060. Yeah, probably 1060. So keep that in mind when you're getting these items. And besides that, it is going to be Void Singe. As for this week, Escalation Protocol is going to be all 3. Last week was all 3, and next week will be the Shotgun. The Shotgun is still an amazing weapon to get, and it also is maxed out at 1060. At which point, I'm probably going to stop showing you the Escalation Protocol rotation. It has been over a year now, and they're going to start being sunset, even though Killer Shotgun is still an amazing gun. For the Menagerie this week, it will be Pagori, which I believe is the big Hydra. For the Burn, it's going to be Solar Singe, and then for the Heroic Version, can I again just say, like, I like this. I like that they are being a little bit more transparent. Not that it was difficult, it's just, it's a nice touch. But anyways, for the Heroic Version, we have Extinguish, Match Game, Attrition, and Arc Singe. Probably one of the harder boss fights, just because Attrition's annoying. Just when you've gotten to the max power and you feel like you can do Master Nightmare Hunts, no problem. They raise it up and you go, oh, there's another 200 season ranks before I can do that again. Anyways, for the Nightmare Hunts this week, we have Zydron, very good one to have. We also have Tanix, and we have Dominus Gaul. Very specifically, Zydron. You can hide up in the rafters in that little spot where the boss can't shoot you, and when you're such a high power disadvantage, this is going to be a very excellent Nightmare Hunt to do this week. As for the Garden of Salvation, this week it will be 0 to 100. One of the hardest challenges to do in the game, basically going to be in the boss encounter. You have to dunk all 30 motes at a specific Vex relay all at once. Moving on to Eververse's inventory first and foremost, obviously there's a full section of all of these seasonal offers of everything that is available. Oh, the Hellfire Heart ornament I'm looking forward to. Everything that is available for this season, all the stuff you can look forward to, including this really crazy Wordcliff and the really crazy Last Word ornament. This is looking very, very nice. This also looks like a microwave gun at this point, which is very nice. It might be a thumbnail. You know, you never know. It's just, you know, you never know. A lot of really cool stuff in here to check out. For the most part, there is no new, literally zero new stuff that is available for Bright Dust today. You can see across the bottom, we have things like Cup of Tea. We have the Constricting Shell, which was this part of the event? Oh, no. This looks kind of like the Garden Games event. Obviously, you got Byzantium Lotus, which looks interesting on a bunch of different things. I would recommend you check it out. And of course, for the other Bright Dust section, we have the guitar solo, which is pretty straightforward. You got the Bronco, the Sparrow, we got the ships, we got the Scarlet Swarm Shell. Like I said, there's really nothing that's new for this season, which is very disappointing, but they have done this in the past where the first week is nothing for the new season, and then the second week they'll have stuff. And can I just also say, I noticed that this is 1500 Bright Dust for a Ghost Protection, and then this is 1250 for an exotic weapon ornament. What happened here? Is the weapon ornament not more valuable than the Ghost Protection? What happened here? And because of that, I'm not going to be going into full detail of everything that is in Eververse. Obviously, she does have a new set of engrams that you'll be seeing drop from the seasonal pass and all that whatnot. Let's go ahead and take a look at the seasonal pass. I actually did not take a look at that earlier. We obviously have the premium Titan rewards. I'm on my Titan right now. I get to get the new Witherborn grenade launcher and of course the full set of armor, which I'll be putting on right away just because I think it would be really nice to see. Obviously, there's a full ornament set. Oh, I really like this big shoulder. The asymmetry of it all is looking very nice. Obviously, there's a new grenade launcher, which I need to equip. It's very special in a bunch of different ways. In my opinion, it's kind of like it shoots vortex grenades. Specifically, the weapon has a very special use to it. Projectiles fired by this weapon blight the target or nearby area on impact. So it just hits everything in an explosion radius. I don't know what blight does to an enemy. Maybe it disorients them. I have not used it yet. On top of that, the trait is going to be Break the Bank. Blighted targets take damage over time and blight the area on death. I guess that answers my question. That's what blighted targets do. So basically, it hits them with a vortex-like grenade damage that sticks with them, kind of like maybe incendiary damage, and then when they die, they leave a blight on the ground, which can lead to a lot of kills. Obviously, one target dying in an area then affects everybody else and continues the blight infection, but I don't see this being very endgame. It is going to be a very special grenade launcher, but I still think Mountaintop is going to be your grenade launcher of choice. Oh, hey, yeah, look at this freaking ghost, bro. Look at this craziness of this ghost. So can anybody tell me where this ghost is from and why I got it from the Cryptarch? As for the rest of the season pass, I'm not going to be going over every single little thing. You can see a bunch of things here and there. There's a new set of currency called Twisted Energy you'll be using throughout the season. There's new shaders. There's Umbral engrams along the season pass. There's a finisher, which is something I'm looking forward. Ooh, that actually looked dope as hell. There's a finisher. There's a bunch of different shaders that look a bunch of different ways on different armors. You're gonna have to take a look at this. Very specifically, what is this? It's transmitter. But very specifically, I did want to point out something. The exotic thing. Obviously, there's a sparrow. This thing. The exotic cipher. We did see earlier that the Cryptarch does need these, and it says the Zur or the Cryptarch receives these for a reward. So we'll see exactly what the Zur has when Friday comes around, but this is in the season pass. I assume there's going to be more of these because you can only hold one at a time. I just don't know where the rest of them are. Outside of that, there's obviously a bunch of different ornaments, ascendant shards, a ghost, guiding light, omni-telemetry. There's the sword ornament. There's actually the sword from before. Something else I wanted to mention, the sword. Looks dope as hell. You actually get it to drop on the regular free track here at rank 30, and it's very special because it's a vortex frame. This is a very Cloud Stripe looking sword, by the way. Vortex frame, kind of like the Warline Zero spin attack, like the Dark Drinker, but you don't have to be sprinting to get it to activate, which will be a lot better, and you can probably do some pretty significant damage with it. And I'm looking forward to using this weapon. It just looked like a lot of fun, and I remember the Dark Drinker days. Very thick sword, very thick damage. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. Outside of that, there's the last set of ornaments. The ornament for the white collar crime, for the winter, what is it called? The Wither Horde. And, of course, the season's going to be lasting 105 days, I assume, to September 22nd, which is going to be the next DLC. Man, these new season reset videos end up being really long. Leaky balls! Really long, but, my God, it gets you excited because there's so many things in so many different places. You don't even realize sometimes how many different things there are. And finally, let's go ahead and talk about Hawthorne. When you go to Hawthorne, she's going to give you a new clan banner. By the way, you obviously have the clan staff that you have to work towards in a season with your clan. Make sure you get that before the end of the season, blah, blah, blah. For the weekly raid challenges, for Last Wish raid, we have Witch. Can be the second encounter during Shouchi, and in this encounter, do not get hit by her regular ball attack. You can get hit by her push and her launch, just not the regular ball. This one's kind of hard because it's a big AoE. For the Scourge of the Past raid, we have to each their own. It's going to be in the last encounter during the boss fight. There's going to be 6 little white shield generators around the boss. Each person has to shoot out one of them. For 6 people, each person shoots out one. For the Cronosaurus raid, we have With Both Hands. Again, going to be in the boss encounter of the raid, and in this encounter during the DPS phase, the boss is going to raise both hands a number of times. You can only shoot down one of the hands once on each of the boss damage phases. So you have 3 pairs of people, just assign those 3 pairs to each sets of hands. Well, yeah, that is, I believe, the end of the weekly reset. I hopefully haven't missed anything. Obviously, with this new week, I have a lot of chance to miss stuff as there's a lot of stuff going on. There's obviously a lot of little things along the way that I haven't mentioned. For example, the new control schemes. If you're using a controller, you have a lot more options on how you can customize your control scheme with all the different button setups. You can literally change out every single little thing along the way, which is actually really cool. You can also change the double presses, the long presses, how long the delay is, the chords. So you know how your super is left bumper plus right bumper. You can assign chords to other stuff. If you want a specific chord to just pull out your kinetic weapon every single time, you can do that on the controller now, which is actually really cool. And I might fill around and assign some stuff there. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if I missed something. Check the comments down below for stuff that I have missed. If you just want to say hello, hi. But yeah, that's the end of it. My name is Dychronic, and I will see you guys on the next one.